timbers!
Welcome, Buccaneers, to the Pixel Pirate Plays! This is your host, the Pixel Pirate, bringing you first impressions on the latest and greatest indie games. Today we are taking a look at a game called Crusader Kings 2. Crusader Kings 2 is developed by Paradox Interactive and published by the same, and you can currently pick it up on Steam for the grand total of $39.99. Now, the game's always on sale, and currently it's on sale somewhere for about $10. I think it's on Amazon, and yeah, so periodically check if $40 is a bit too much for you, because it does often come on sale. Now, more specifically, we are looking at the brand new expansion, Old Gods. So let's get into it. Before we do, you might want to know exactly what the game is. Well, it's a strategy game. It's a long-term strategy game. And basically you play as a country and go and either take over stuff or inherit stuff. And it's extremely complex. And I'm going to show you a part of it, but there's no way I can show you, for example, a whole game or anything like that. So this purple area is my country. It is called Aquitaine. I think that's how you pronounce it. And excuse me in advance for not pronouncing anything correctly. These are all the kingdoms all around the world. So up here is Britain, and of course we're in the year 885, so it's not Britain as yet, or it might be actually. If you zoom out, there's Brittany there. So Brittany there and there, which is a part of East Francia as well. That'll probably eventually turn into France. And that's Ireland and I think, no. Oh, I'm not sure, jeez. Showing off my terrible geography skills right here. In any case, basically you control this country, you interact with all the other countries. So you marry into either other dynasties or kingdoms and stuff like that. So here's me, this is me, my name is King Louis the Stammerer, and I'm married to Queen Ermengarde of Aquitaine. So you marry people, and you try and do basically with this game, and I'm very new to the game. I'm still actually learning how to play it. It's very involved, very complex. If you're the kind of person that wants to jump in even at civilization level of strategy, then and no more, then you might have a problem with this game. But if you like huge amounts of complexity and having to learn a lot about a game, then this is definitely the game for you. But yes, you'll be scared off by the game if all you want to do is just jump in and learn as you go, because I tried that and it's just not possible, really. You really do have to do a reasonable amount of reading before you can actually jump in and start doing that. And if you want to learn everything about the game, you'll set a day aside, because you'll be doing a lot of reading. Okay, so as I said, this is me, this is my wife. These are my children here. I just had a child, he's only 3, and then I've got a 19-year-old son and a 22-year-old son. Now, this is my 22-year-old son, and I've married him off to a countess in Vienne. I think it's over here somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. It might be actually even in East Francia. So, you don't just play as one character, you see, because I'm getting older. I'm 42 now, and I think I started the game when I was something like 22 or something like that. And eventually I'll die, and then what happens is my heir will take over, and I start playing as my heir. So I'll start playing as this guy soon. So it's in your best interest to sort of cultivate your sons and daughters into something that you will want to play, because eventually you'll have to. The other thing about this game is intrigue. So you can actually do plots, and people can do plots against you. So it's very cutthroat too. For example, your sons or daughters can start a plot against you. Even your own wife can start a plot against you to try and kill you or do something so that they gain power. Now, I currently have a plot going. I'm trying to kill my father. So basically, when you start a plot, you get plot power, and then you can invite people to the plot. And as you can see, this guy is not willing to join the plot, but this guy is willing to join the plot. And I'll just see if there's anyone else. No, that's it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this guy, and I'm going to invite him to the plot. And then I'll send that, and I'll unpause it. Now, the whole game is in real time, so you're pausing often. And we'll just wait. Just speed it up here a bit. We'll just wait for our answer. To the glorious King Louis II, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. An intriguing scheme, I believe. I will indeed back your plot to kill Prince Charles the Bald. Okay, so that means that the plot power has gone up by about 10% because that's how much the guy could offer me. Now, as you can see, the percentages here are all completely different. So this guy who won't join the plot, but if he did, then he would actually have increased the plot power by 26%, which would, make that over 150%. Now, plots, generally speaking, take ages. Like this plot that I've been doing now has been going for at least 4 years. And some of them are reasonably quick, some are extremely slow, and they take years and years and years to do. And you might fail. So you have a chance actually to get caught even. And I'm just trying to find that out. No. But while we're in the intrigue tab, it's you can also make decisions. So you can hold a grand tournament, invite a holy man to court, and all of these things have pluses and minuses to them. For example, for this one I lose 5 piety, but what else? Holding a feast, I lose 2.52 gold, but I gain a monthly prestige of 0.05, which is not really... Oh, well, that's not too bad, actually. Yeah. And I'll get to prestige in a minute, but needless to say, intrigue is not a lot of the game, but it plays a part. Like, you're forced into intrigue, because if you ignore plots against you, then problems happen and stuff like that. So I've got known plots here. My spy master, who was in my council, which I'll get to in a second, has uncovered 2 plots. So this one, kill Emangelions. So one section of my country, as you can see, they're all sectioned off, is plotting against another, and unless that directly affects me, I don't really care. Actually, Tualis. Okay, so he's trying to get. So he where is he? Here. So this little county is plotting against this bigger one. This guy is like really powerful, and I'm actually worried about him. His father recently died. He's only 10, the actual ruler, but he has a big military and a lot of space and stuff like that. So here's my military. Now, my vassals, which own all these sections of the country, they have all the troops. I have a very small amount of troops. I only have 300 troops, actually. It's the vassals that have the vast majority. So, for example, this guy, this Tualis, he has 4,000 troops. I think he actually used to have more than that, but anyway. And in total, I can ask from my vassals a grand total of 6,800 troops. And then I can go and kill stuff. Now, you can't just declare war on people. You have to have a reason. So you need a claim, in other words. So with this area here, I have a claim on that according to this little thing here. Actually, up the top here is better. So this area, I can claim this one if I so desire. And by claim, it means go to war with that place and try and kill them until they are very dead. So, basically you lay siege to the area, and I'm not exactly sure how you completely take it over as in it's yours, but I know, as far as I know, is you siege, you try and capture the leader, imprison them, and then it's yours, or something like that anyway. Yes, so I have a request. No, I'm going to deny that. They want me to come to war with them against whomever else. It could be a country like all the way over here, like East Frank. This place might be wanting to take over here, and I'm not really interested to do that, because I won't really gain anything. Or if I do, let's just say out of that I gain this area, then I'll have to. God, my wife is pregnant again. Okay, I'll have to manage that place with potential of each country around it trying to take it back over, or trying to take it over, and that would just be annoying. So I'd rather have areas around my own country or close by, or things that aren't going to constantly be attacked. that's in my best interest. So, what else? Let's see. So you got a religious component as well. This is the Pope, and he has a nice opinion of me, 9. So not hugely awesome, but it's good enough. At least it's not in the negative. Now, everyone who likes the Pope more than me will pay taxes to the Pope as opposed to me. So what I can do to get rid of that is I can make an anti-Pope. I need prestige to do that. Now, prestige is basically your... it's like your power, kind of. It's like your level of power within the country and in general. So you need prestige to do certain things. So if I wanted to go and attack a county, like this county up here I was discussing earlier, then I need prestige to do that. And it might cost me, say, 100 prestige to declare war on them. Likewise, if someone asks me to come to war with them and I'm an ally and I want to say no, then it will cost me prestige. So prestige is very important. Also, when you win wars or lose wars, you gain or lose, depending. Okay, so back to religion. I can appoint a successor as well to the Pope, and basically religion, just like in real life, they're really annoying and try and butt in and do stuff. So you need to try and keep them happy by doing nice things. So if you keep sort of claiming lands and stuff like that, unless it's in the name of the church, then you will it'll start to degrade. So as for an example, the church here has a view on lustfulness, and that's -10 to their opinion of me, and likewise on gluttony. So there you go. Okay, factions. So all the rulers inside my kingdom can actually start factions, and sometimes factions are bad for me. In fact, I haven't actually seen a faction that's good for me as yet. It's things like there should be for lack of a better term, a democratic rule in the kingdom, and the king should be elected rather than have an heir and do it that way. So I can then fight against that person who's creating the faction. I might want to assassinate them or imprison them, and all those things either cost money, either cost prestige, or the people's opinion of me degrades. So if I were to, say, imprison somebody, then all the vassals in my whole country, their opinion of me would degrade by something like 5 or whatever. Okay, so that's that. I think I've done the military. This is technology. I'm not hugely sort of aware of what technology does. You got culture advances, economy advances, and military advances. I guess it just sort of helps you. Okay, so if you upgrade this one, for example, you get higher castle tax, and yeah, so it just sort of improves your country overall. All right, laws. Laws are sort of a strange thing. Okay, so I got 28. I'm trying to get current support for a new law. No, actually, someone else is, and they have 28 out of 62 required. Hopefully that does not go through, because that limits the Crown authority. So that's bad. Okay, and also this sort of determines who inherits your kingdom and why and stuff like that. So for example, seniority is succession. So the eldest son or daughter gets the succession first. And so my heir, for example, is my oldest. This one's 19, that one's 3. So he will succeed me because of that. So it's a little bit more complex than that, but basically, yeah. And then because you can't see it yet, because I'm actually doing a law thing here, but basically you've got all these little checkboxes and stuff that determine how things work in your kingdom. So things like taxes and how many troops the vassals have to give me when I want to go to war and stuff like that. So very, very complex. Okay, and lastly, here is my council. So my council is comprised of 5 people. I've got a chancellor who does sort of diplomatic kind of stuff, and can sow dissent and fabricate claims for me. So for example, if I I want this area here, I just decided I want it. So I can send him over there and to fabricate a claim for me so that I have legitimacy in creating a war with that area. So then you got the Marshal, which is basically all to do with military. So he can go and suppress revolts. If you're getting a lot of rebels and stuff, you can have civil wars in this game. That's right. People can just go, all right, I don't like you anymore, and I'm taking this whole area, which actually just happened to me. This whole duchy is now mine, and because I don't like your rules. So I had to go and raise all my vassals from all the other areas and attack that place and try and bring it back under control. And that happens all the time. And then counties or duchies fight against each other, and there's not a great deal you can do about it except to try and assassinate or imprison the people that are doing it, if it's in your best interest to do so, which it might be because you're losing men and stuff like that you otherwise could use in wars. And if you're in a war and then a civil war starts, you're in trouble because you lose troops. So yeah, it's just very, 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 very involved. Anyway, he can also train troops and he can research military tech. Okay, so then you got the steward, and he does the money side of things. So he can collect taxes, which gives you more money overall. Local tax modifier is 55% when you put him in a particular county. Oversee construction and... finally, he can research economy technology. Then you got your spy master. He can create schemes. He can build a spy network and study technology as well. So if you want to, I think you can, dispatch your spy master to discourage vassals from associating with factions. So for example, if someone's a member of a faction that you don't like, then you can send your spy master to that place and he'll try and blackmail them or do something like that. And there are chances that you can get caught. So there's a chance that your plot will be uncovered by 30% each year. And thugs attack a spy master 4% and stuff like that. So there are pluses and minuses. And everything's all percentage based. And then finally you got your court chaplain. And of course he does all the religious stuff. So you can send him to different areas to change people's religions. My current religion is, I think I'm Catholic. But the counties can actually change their religion, and you can send your chaplain and change it back, or you can send them into another country and change it. So, for example, I have sent my my dude here into Ilaria, my chaplain, and he's slowly converting the masses. It's going to take a long time because they are, I think they're Muslim, and that whole country is like Muslim. So it might not even work. I'm not even sure if it will work. But I think I get like something like a 20% chance each year for it to change. So fairly low, but possibility. So there you go. That is about the long and short. I mean, there's so much more to the game, but if I were to try and explain all of it, it would take me about 3 or 4 hours the games themselves take a long time to play, like 20 hours is what you're looking at. And you can play as any country. So when you start the game, you actually go and choose which place you want to play as. And with the new expansion in particular, first of all, you get an extra 200 years because the game only goes for, I think it's 800 years now. It used to be 600, or it was 400, now it's 600. I can't remember exactly, but it's increased time. Also, you can play as sort of a barbarian races, kind of, I guess the best way to describe them would be Vikings and stuff like that, where they can just attack anybody they please. And in fact, if you don't attack people, then your prestige goes down. So they're the more warlike areas. I'm not sure where they are. I think like down here, they might actually be scattered everywhere. Not entirely sure. I haven't actually played as one yet. This is my first kingdom. So, but each kingdom plays very differently. So, for example, some will be warlike and it's easy to make claims on things, whereas others will be purely a diplomatic game. So you won't be doing much of any fighting. You'll be playing the diplomatic way of it. So, generally speaking, though, you play the game with a mixture of everything. So sometimes there's fighting, it might be civil strife, or it might be someone invading you, and sometimes you're playing the diplomatic game, so you might be instigating plots against people and so on and so forth. So there you go. So that's Crusader Kings 2, and more specifically the new expansion for it called Old Gods, I believe. Yeah, The Old Gods it's called. Now, you can pick up the game, as I said, from Steam for $39.99. As I said, it's on sale all the time, so do wait. If you're the patient type, do wait for it to come on sale. I think it's on sale, as I said, at Amazon and maybe Green Man Gaming or something like that. I can't exactly remember. And also the expansion. Now, the expansion is $14.99, and I think it'll stay like that for a while, but there's also loads of DLC. Now, people might say, oh, but it's something like 30 pieces of DLC, but most of it is just aesthetic stuff. So it's new faces and stuff like that. The actual meaty expansions are the Old Gods, and I think there's another one, the Republic or something like that. They're the two major ones, I believe. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that, but on Steam you can get the whole DLC collection, including the game, I think, for $50. So another $10 on top. And in general, all the DLC is like $2.50 and really cheap. So there you go. So thanks everyone for watching. This has been your host, the Pixel Pirate, and we'll see you next time.